Hey, welcome. This is CP Cards and Dice, and we're continuing our 1979 Mets replay. We're playing game 116. The Mets at this point are 39 and 76. They were 48 and 66 in reality. And I believe they had one tie. So it's going to be the Mets in Atlanta Fulton County Stadium in 1979. Wheelhouse is 1 to 88 for right-handers and 1 to 74 for lefties. So this is a ballpark that gives up a lot of home runs. So we should see some home runs in this game. And on the mound for the Mets is Doc Ellis. Doc Ellis was 3-7 with a 6 ERA in 14 starts. He's going to be going up against Tony Brizolara, who in 19 starts had a 5.28 ERA and a 6-9 record. Both teams playing today finished in last place. The Braves had a final record of 66 and 94 in 1979. The Mets finished 63 and 99. They barely avoided losing 100 games in 79 by one, right? So let's get started. It's going to be, we're using payoff pitch. I'm using the fast action card system, which I will explain a few times throughout. When I use them, I'll kind of go over how the cards look and how you use the cards and how you read the card. And I'm using, in front of you, you can see I use iScore on a 10-inch iPad. You can get those used for about $100. It's a bigger screen for me so I can see better. And that's about it. I'm using a stealth dice tower where you don't really hear the sound of the dice all that much. And let's get started with the lineups for the Mets. Shortstop is Frank Taveras. Leading off, Alex Trevino is the catcher. He bats second. Third place batter is Lee Mazzilli. Center fielder cleanup is Richie Hebner, third baseman. Batting fifth is dear-old Ed Kranepool, lifelong Met. He's a left-handed batter playing first base. In right field is Jose Cardinal, who had 37 at-bats with the Mets in 79, so pretty soon we won't see him anymore. He's in right field. Joe Youngblood, who basically had almost 600 at-bats. He had a decent season in 79. He had 16 home runs, 37 doubles, 5 triples, batted .275. On base percentage was about 241. I'm sorry, 341. Doug Flynn is batting 8th, playing second base. And it's Doc Ellis on the mound. He's pitcher hitting card 3, right in this column. All right, let's get started. Tony Brizolara. The pitch, via 7 in play. Against a righty, in play 15 is a ground ball up the middle and through to center for a base hit. So Taveras, who's always a threat to steal. And we're going to look at the arm of the catcher. Who's the catcher? Joe Nolan has a 5-arm. So let's pull out a 5-arm. Is the best arm you can get. No, it's the worst arm you can get. You want a 1-arm. So 5-arm is not good. So the Mets will be running on him. And we check where it says steal on Taveras' card. It says a 6. So if we roll a 6 or less, he goes. And we roll an 8, so he does not get the jump, so he does not go. Next is Alex Trevino. Now he had almost 200 at bats, and that if I lower the requirements for getting a protector, he would qualify. So, and I don't see where I have that right now. Oh, here they are. Okay, this is what I use. A lot of guys ask me, hey, what do you use? Ultra Pro card sleeves. These are for the baseball cards, you know, the ones that we collect as kids. 2 by 5/8 and 3 by 5/8, and they fit these cards perfectly. So I'm going to protect Alex Trevino so he doesn't get all muddy and soiled. And he's going to, let's pitch. It's a 4, Patient 68. Patient 68, and that's going to be a ground ball second base. We're going to roll to see if it's a double play. 8 on Brizolara's card and 9 on Trevino's card. So basically anything less than a 9 is going to be, well, let's see. Yeah, it's a 6. It's a double play. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Ground out, 4-6-3. What happens to the runner at second? He's out on a double play. I've been using old school paper and pencil scorecards, so I'm picking up my pen to write down the double play, but I need not do that with iScore. All right, so I'm gonna, for the guys that listen to this and they want to know about the giveaway, the 1991 Stratomatic baseball game season giveaway, there was I held a contest on my replay of my Stratomatic replay of the 1988 World Series between the Mets and the Oakland A's. The A's won, but during the course of that replay, I asked a series of trivia questions, and if you answer them and send me the answer to combatpainter@yahoo.com, I entered you in the raffle, and then I'm going to pull a name out of a hat, and then whoever wins gets the set, clearing out a little bit. All right, Lee Mazzilli, nobody's on base, there's 2 outs. That's an 8. That's tough, a tough 34. It's going to be a strikeout. Mazzilli goes down swinging. High heat gets him. And that retires the Mets. We go to Doc Ellis on the mound for the Mets against Jerry Royster. Jerry Royster is a right-handed batter. And Royster versus righties batted .274. Here's the pitch to Royster. Ballpark 76. Ballpark 76, a righty. It's going to be in the wheelhouse. It's going to roll wheelhouse. And that's going to be a 55. That's out of range. It's a fly ball deep right. Back goes Cardinal. Makes the catch. Went away. Gary Matthews next. It's a 4. That's Patient. Patient 16. It's a base on ball. So Matthews walks. Matthews had 18 stolen bases. So we're going to see if he goes. He needs a 4 or less. He does not. Oh, a 12. Wait a second. A 12 means a potential pickoff. Now this is tricky because I don't know if I have that sheet. I do not know if I have that sheet available to me, and I don't. I usually pull it up. All you got to do is look up Sideline Strategy PDF rules. We're going to do that right now real quickly. And then on page 7 gives you the list. Content game PDF rules. Let's see. Oh boy. Pay off pitch rules. PDF. No. Let's see. Payoff pitch instructions. There we go. Let's see if this is it. It should be it. Page 7. Alright. I don't have the chart here. Oh man. PT games. Rules. Alright. Home payoff pitch. Let's try download. Let's try to download rules. Alright, that doesn't work either. Inside, payoff pitch. You know what? I can't find it anywhere. Can't find it anywhere. And I have them somewhere here. And I can't stop the broadcast because then I'll lose it until I get my camera, and then I think once I get, so I'm looking for it, and I have a bunch of folders, and I saw the rules in here somewhere, and I said, wow, I got to get those rules out of there, and I got to put them somewhere I can have access to them. It's page 7, I know that. Page 7. Okay. Gonna go again. Payoff pitch. Game rules. Oh, payoff pitch. Baseball. Let's see if I. Instruction manual, rules manual. You know what? I'm using Yahoo. I'm gonna go to Bing or something like that, because this is not working for me. All right, I was able to get them through Bing. All right, which is very, very annoying because I wasted a lot of time. Wasted like 5 minutes looking for this. All right, here goes. Then you look at the hold rating for the pitcher. His hold rating is a 10, so he'll only get basically 0 to 19. 0 to 19 on two 10-sided dice, and that's an 85, so nothing happens. So I held up the whole game for that long, and I'm sorry, but it was bothering me. I had to check it out. So Gary Matthews does not go. He's on at first with a walk. We're in the bottom of the second inning, and there's no score. I'm sorry, bottom of the first inning, and there's no score. It's the Mets at the Braves, 1979. It's Roland Office. He's batting third, center fielder. Batted .258 versus lefties. Played about half the season. Okay, this ball is in play. 98, and that's going to be a fly ball lifted to shallow right field. In comes the right fielder Cardinal, and he puts it away. And that's 2 down. And next is Bob Horner. Now Horner had a good season, hit 33 home runs. I believe this was his rookie season. So very exciting part of the Braves year. Versus righties batted .334. So see if Doc Ellis could retire him. Snake Eyes is in play, and it's an 80. An 80 in play, 80. And that's going to be a fly ball lifted to right center field. Mazzilli over, makes the catch, and that retires the side. So the Braves leave one on and score none, and at the end of one, it's 0-0. The score. Brizzolara takes the mound for the Braves, and it's a ball that's in play, and it's a ground ball and through the hole into right field for a base hit for Richie Hebner. So Richie Hebner is on at first. Now Richie Hebner is not a threat to steal. You would require Snake Eyes to go, and that's just not going to happen. Nope. All right. Ed Kranepool, left-handed batter, first baseman for the Mets. That's a in-play 13, and that's going to be a line drive base hit. And now you use the fast action cards. So it's single into the gap. Runners advance 1 base. So you look at the single right here, and it tells you how much they advance. So runners advance 1 base, so it's first and second now. First 2 base runners reach on singles. Now I could use this for the die rolls as well. We pull a card for here and here. Dice are more random, but right up here is where you look to see how many they advance. If there's a double, it'll tell you runners advance 2 bases. If there's 2 outs, they score, they get the extra base, and so forth. All right, so we have first and second, and it's going to be Jose Cardinal. Now, Cardinal batted .250 versus righties with a home run in 20 at-bats, which during the course of the season would have given him 25 to 30 home runs. So not too bad, depending on whether he had 500. Proportionally, whether he had 500 or 600 at bats. So Jose Cardinal with runners on first and second and nobody out. Here's the pitch. Snake Eyes, basically exactly what we wanted. Wheelhouse. This is going to give Cardinal against a righty a 1 to 44 chance, or a 44% chance on the roll for it to be a home run, which is pretty darn good. Our roll is an 82. And that's going to be a ground ball to short, which may end up being a double play. His double play is an 8 and an 8 on Brizzolara, so we got to roll higher than an 8. We rolled a 6, so it's going to be an 82. It's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. 6-4-3 double play. What happens to the runner on second? He advances to third, but the runner on second is out on a double play. So again, unfortunately, Mets hit into back-to-back double plays that basically put out a potential fire, and not what the Mets were looking for. It's going to be Joel Youngblood stepping into the box here against Tony Brizzolara, and Richie Hebner's on at third base. So that's a 4. That's patient 31. Patient 31 is a base on balls. So Youngblood walks. Now Youngblood's going to potentially run. It's a 9. And he does not. So Youngblood's on at first. Richie Hebner's on at third. It's going to be Doug Flynn. Here's the pitch to Flynn. It's going to be a 7, which is in play, a 0-1. A 7-0-1 is going to be, and I'll show you the fast dashing card, it's going to be a double liner into left center, cut off by the left fielder, all runner score. See, so under a double, so basically it tells me Flynn hit a double 0-1. And under his in play, it's a double for Flynn, line drive into left. I'm sorry, liner into left center, cut off by the left fielder. But all runners are going to score. So that's how you would use the fast dashing cards to tell you what is what with the base advancement. Very simple system. Okay, so the Mets are up 2-0 thanks to Doug Flynn. And next is the pitcher hitting card for Doc Ellis. He steps in the box. Here's the pitch from Brizzolara. It's a range check. So he says range check. I'll show you how to use the fast action cards for the range check. Range check 40. A range check 40. So it's going to be a range check against the center fielder. Whether it says error or range, it becomes range, which means there could be a hit in that area of the field. So range check for the center fielder. Now we're going to check office. Office range. His range, office, there he is. His range is an F range. That's the worst range you could possibly have. So on the card, under range, F, 1 to 68 is going to be a hit. We rolled a 40, so that's a hit. Now, okay, what kind of hit? What are the results? Because there's a runner on second. Let's look. So here where it says defense, you're going to look under hit. And the hit was to the outfield. So it's going to be a double. You see, because you can look here, it says hit. We know it's a hit. The ballpark card just told us. It's a hit. And what kind of a hit? It's going to be a double to the outfield. Because we're not looking first base, third base. We're not looking infield, second base, shortstop, pitcher. We're looking to the outfield. And it's going to be a double with runners advanced 3 bases, 3 stars. So that's how you would use the fast action card to kind of guide you in terms of what type of hit it was. Very quick. I don't have to look up anything. And I know the Mets are up 3-0. And that Doc Ellis just hit a range double. 3-0 Mets, top of the second, and it's Frankie Taveras. A 4 patient, 24 patient, 24, and that's going to be a looping liner into right, and around first is Taveras into second base. Coming around to score is Ellis. The Mets are up 4-0. And I believe that's 3 consecutive doubles. I believe Doug Flynn hit a double, Doc Ellis hit a double, and now Frank Taveras. So it's back-to-back-to-back doubles, and the Mets are up 4-0. Alex Trevino, pitch from Brizzolara. So 3 ballpark, 78. Against a for a right-handed batter is going to be wheelhouse. So we're going to have to roll on the wheelhouse for Trevino. Against a righty, he has no home runs. It's going to be a 38, and that's going to be a pop-up to the right side. Jerry Royce, the second baseman, calls for it, makes the catch, and that retires the side, but not before the Mets almost bat around and score 4 big runs. With 2 outs, they hit 3 consecutive doubles. And it's going to be Doc Ellis pitching to Dale Murphy. Murphy batted .252 against righties. I'm going to try to speed it up just a little bit. Tough 94. It's going to be a fly ball to left. Right there is Youngblood, 1 away. Joe Nolan, left-handed catcher. It's going to be a range check 31. So it's going to be an error on the pitcher, but we're going to change that to range because it's a range check. So we're going to look at the pitcher, Ellis. Ellis is fielding C, which is 1/47. So that's going to be a base hit. What kind of hit to the pitcher? A single. So Joe Nolan reaches first on a single, back to the pitcher. And it's Jeff, oh, I have Barry Bonnell now. I had Burrows in there. And Bonnell's going to get covered up, get protected, because I see that he has almost 300 at-bats. Barry Bonnell, now we're going to go real quickly and check the whenever something like that comes up, where there's one guy in there and he shouldn't be in there. First of all, I'm going to print out these rules. I have another set of rules nearby. That's one thing I'm doing. And then I'm going to check the game 116, the box score, to make sure I have the right lineups. And Joe Nolan, and it's Barry Bonnell. So Barry Bonnell is the correct batter. He's a right-handed batter. He's the left fielder, and here's the pitch from Doc Ellis. Runner on first, one out here in the bottom of the second. The Mets lead at 4-0. It's 11. Defense, 72. So I know that that's going to be out of range because it goes to 68. Oh, no, it's not going to be out of range. All right, let's see what happens here. Error first base. Our first baseman is Kranepool, who's not very good, but he may not have committed many errors or any at all. So he has error rating of 5, right? Error rating of 5. So that's pretty good. So that means 1-20 is an error. We rolled a 72, so there will be no error. So it's going to be an out. What kind of an out? To first base. It's popped up to the first baseman. Kranepool makes the catch, and that's out number 2. So Bonnell is retired. 2 outs now in the bottom of the second. And that's going to be another range check, 85. Now that's for sure is going to be, because range goes up to 68. So that's going to be an out, ground ball to third base. Richie Hebner fires to first, and that retires the side, 5-3. Pepper Frias grounds out to Richie Hebner for the out. We go to the top of the third now. As you can see, we're moving a little bit faster now. A little bit less talking. Lee Mazzilli up against Brizzolara. That's ballpark 48. Now, he's batting from the left side, so that's still going to fall into the wheelhouse. We're going to roll for a wheelhouse home run, 1-22, and that's out of here. It's a 44. That's line drive, base hit for Mazzilli. Mazzilli gets a hit. It's on at first. So Mazzilli may go. Let's see, Mazzilli. Let's look at his numbers. His lead is 5, so we need 5 or less, and we rolled a 10, so that does not go. Richie Hebner, left-handed batter. He singled in his first at bat. That's a 10. In play 27. In play 27. That's going to be a soft blueprint to short right field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Okay, I'm printing up on my right here. I'm printing up. Oh my goodness! I just realized that I had. Oh crap! I filled it up with cardstock, so I'm putting all the rules on cardstock. That's going to be 7 pages of ink on cardstock. And I look at those rules once every 100 games. So that was a waste. Anyway, okay. Ed Kranepool is up, runners on first and second, nobody out. He's an F bunter. Normally I would bunt in this situation. But you know what? We're going to let him, up 4-0, we're going to let him swing away. That's a 5. Range, again a range check. This time is 22, so it's a range to second baseman. Second baseman is Royster. Royster has a range of A. But it's still a hit. What kind of hit to the second baseman? It's going to be a single. Runners advance 1 base. Bases are loaded. Bases loaded for Jose Cardinal. So now there's going to be some action in the bullpen. There's going to be some action in the bullpen. This thing is still spitting out there's 7 pages, and I think I have 4 pages printed out. And I'm not going to stop it. I don't care to stop it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sacrifice bunts. God help me. All right. So Jose Cardinal with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch from Brizolaro. Now there's action in the bullpen for the Atlanta Braves. It's Hanna and Devine. And the great thing about playing games and using actual stats, actual lineups with payoff pitches, you get almost every single player. So let's see. Let's look. Oh, Pete Falcone is a Met. He's in the wrong. Okay, wait a second. All right, I see what happened. I was looking at the wrong pile. All right, so let's look and see pitchers. If we have Devine and Hanna, Devine is right there, and Preston Hanna. So there we go. So that's what I'm telling you. So it's very, very unlikely that you got to go in and print out cards like in most other sets, or some other sets it's even worse. You got to pull up stuff on computer and tablets and iPhones and all that kind of thing. So you have all the cards right here that comes with the set. All right. I think I have 2 more going to print out, and I'll have all the rules on card stock. Oh God! Thank goodness I really like payoff pitch. Okay. All right, so bases loaded. Jose Cardinal against Tony Brizolaro. The score is 4-0 Mets. There's nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from Brizolaro. It's going to be a tough 59. That's going to be in the out range. That's going to be a grounder to second base. And we're going to roll to see if it's a double play. It's 8 and 8, so anything less than an 8 is a double play, and it is. And that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Run is going to score. 6-4-3. Run scores. But let me actually let me go back because I don't want to give the ground out. Let's see, ground out 6-4-3 double play. On the throw. So what happens to the runner? He scores. I'm going to do it on the throw. See, I'm not sure if anyway, with iScore, I'm not sure if they actually give the batter who hits into a double play an RBI. So I'm trying to avoid that. But it's going to be on the throw because I don't want to click advance by batter. So it's on the throw. And what happens to the runner? Advances to 3rd, but the runner at 2nd is out on the double play. There we go. Now we could have played the infield in, but not with nobody out. I wasn't going to do that. It's not. I just wanted to avoid a big inning because we're already down 4-0. So now it's 5-0. We have 2 outs. If we can get out of this inning, we're still okay. For the Braves, this should be the last one now. This last one came out in regular paper. The dice. Double play. I think this is it. This was the last page, I believe. Hopefully. Card, batter, card, abbreviations. All right. Yeah, Joe Youngblood. Youngblood walked in his first at bat. Here's the pitch from Brizolaro. Tough. A tough 37. It's going to be a strikeout. And that retires the side. The Mets had the bases loaded and nobody out and failed to score. Hopefully that doesn't. Well, actually, they scored 1 on the double play. But Tony Brizolaro. Still early. All right, let me see. This is going to slow down the game a lot if I start pinch hitting. But why is that happening? It shouldn't be happening. What does that tell me? Wow, that was a disaster to do that. How to play. I guess that would be the last one. All right. There's a guy named Wessinger. Let's see if Wessinger's in here. Oh, he is. No. Weisington. It's not Wessinger, it's Weisington. Why? Oh no, there is a guy named Wessinger. There's a guy named Wessinger. And I don't have that guy. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about it. He was a pinch hitter in this game. Another guy is Charlie Spikes and Mike Lum. Charlie Spikes, and I got this. This just got spit out as well. How to read the card. Like, I need that. Let's see if Charlie Spikes is in here. It won't stop. Stop it! How many pages is this damn thing? What the heck? Alright, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Nine, 10, 12, 13 pages, man. Holy moly. All I needed was that one page. Why did I do that? Ugh. Anyway, okay. Charlie Spikes is going to bat for Brizolaro. This is how you do it. You click on the picture. You look for Charlie Spikes. And save. All right, here's the pitch from Ellis to Spikes. It's 5-0 Mets here in the bottom of the third. 7 in play. In play 38. In play 38. It's popped up. And the catcher, Trevino, throws his mask away. Do that again, pop up. Trevino throws his mask away, makes the catch near the stands, and there's one out now. Next is Jerry Royster. Jerry Royster is next. All right, it's going to be a 7 in play 28. It's going to be a base hit. Royster's on with a single. Rope to left field. Youngblood plays it in on a hop. Royster's not going to be running down 5-0. Gary Matthews, that's patient. A patient 50. It's going to be a sharp liner that drops in front of the left fielder. Runner advances 1 base. First and second now. And Roland Office, left-handed batter. 6 is tough, a tough 19. That's a strikeout. Office down swinging for out number 1. And Matthews on at first, Royster's on at second. We're in the bottom of the third. It's 5-0 Mets. There's only 1 out, and it's Bob Horner. Horner has good power, hit 33 home runs. That's tough, a tough 22, and that's a strikeout. Curveball got him. 2 out, and that was 3 outs actually. That was the 3rd out, and it's going to be Doug Flynn against a new pitcher, Preston Hanna. Going to write in Hanna. If he's in here, I don't know that he's in here. I may have to add him, so I'm going to add sub. Preston Hanna. He's a righty. He's in there now. All right, it's Preston Hanna on the mound. And Brizolaro heads to the showers. Preston Hanna was 1-1 with a 2.96 ERA. Pitched 24 innings. All right, Doug Flynn. Flynn hit a big 2-run double earlier in the game in the 2nd inning. He was 1 for 1. So that's 4 in play 64. In play 64. And that's a ground to second base. Jerry Royster up with it. Flips to Dale Murphy. 1 away. Doc Ellis That's your hitting card number 3. That's Patient 26. Patient 26, and that's a ground ball up the middle and through to center field. Doc Ellis is 2 for 2. Frankie Taveras, who's 2 for 2. That's an 8. Tough 19. It's a strikeout. Taveras down swinging for the second out. And it's Alex Trevino. Trevino's 0 for 2, grounded out and flied out. That's a 9. In play 59. And that's a fly ball to right. And that retires the side. Go to the bottom of the 4th, 5-0 Mets. Doc Ellis versus Dale Murphy. 7 is in play. 61 is a pop-up to the right side. First baseman Kranepool is there. Makes the catch. Joe Nolan, who's singled in his first at bat. And that's a 58. Fly ball left field. Right there is Youngblood. 2 out. Barry Bonnell. Bonnell's 0 for 1. Flied out. And that's a 4. Patient 53. And it's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman Hebner to his left. Throws on the run and gets Bonnell. That retires the side. We go to the top of the 5th, 5-0 Mets. Preston Hanna against Lee Mazzilli. Lee Mazzilli batting from the left side. Mazzilli's 1 for 2 today. That's a foul ball straight back. Souvenir for a fan. In play, 72. That's going to be grounded to second base. Royster flips to Murphy, 1 away. Richie Hebner, 2 for 2 on the day. In play, 83. So grounded to second. Again, Royster. 2 down. And it said Kranepool was 2 for 2. 7, Patient 58. Patient 58, which is a fly ball, sky high. Lifted to shallow left. In comes Bonnell. Back goes Horner. Bonnell makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 5th here in Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium. 1979 Mets replay, game 116. The Mets record 39-76. In actuality, they were 48-66 with a tie. So we may get to 40 wins. If we can win this one, we can hold on. It's the bottom of the 5th. It's 5-0 Mets. It's Doc Ellis on the mound facing Pepe Frias. Pepe Le Pew in play, 48. And that's a ground ball, third base. Hebner fires to first and gets Frias. Now Charlie Spike's pinch hit, but we are going to, I guess we're going to have to pinch hit here again. And who do we decide pinch hit in this game as well? Mike Lum pinch hit as well. We should have Mike Lum here somewhere. There he is. Mike Lum's coming up to pinch hit. We're going to get a new pitcher, so we're going to pull that out already. Going to bring in Devine. Devine also pitched in this game. Adrian Devine. What a name that is. All right, so Mike Lum. Let's see if Lum's in here. In this. There he is. All right. Here's the pitch to Mike Lum with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 10, tough 48. A tough 48 is a line drive base hit for Lum. Pinch hit single for Mike Lum, and it's Jerry Royster. Wheelhouse 21, and that's going to be a single. Sharp liner drops in front of the left fielder Youngblood. Runner advances 1 base. First and second now. Gary Matthews. That's going to be a 9 range check, a 40 range check on the right fielder, Jose Cardinal. Let's see his range. Cardinal's range in right field is a C. So that makes 1 to 47. We rolled a 40, so that's going to be a base hit. What kind of base hit is going to be a single? Runners advance 2 bases. So it's going to be 5 to 1 now. Single, runners advance 2 bases this time. Scoring is Lum. Going to third is Royster. And it's first and third with 1 out. Roland Office is the batter. Pitch from Ellis. Snake Eyes in play 82. Be a ground ball second base. We're going to roll for a double play. Double play means anything less than a 6 is going to be a double play, and we roll a 9, so that's going to be no double play. It's going to be a 4-3. Runner scores. Ground ball 4-3. Actually, you know what? A 9 is going to make it a fielder's choice. Excuse me. So it's going to be in play, fielder's choice, 4-6. Done. Advanced by batter, and runner is out at second with the force out. Okay. So Office is now on at first base, and it's 5 to 2. And who is it? Bob Horner. That's a 6. That's tough. A tough 48. And a tough 48 is going to be a ball blooped into right field, and that's going to fall in. Runner on first advances 1 base or more if you choose, but there's 2 outs. And Office is a decent base runner, just from memory. He's base running. He's a 5. He can go to third, but I would have to roll against the right fielder's arm. Let's see the right fielder's arm. And down by, it's just not worth it to me. Right fielder's arm is Cardinal. Cardinal's his arm is a 4. So yeah, that's a decent arm. You know, higher is worse. So we're gonna play it safe. It's gonna be a single for Horner. And the tying run now is at the plate in Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy had 21 home runs. So yeah, there's 2 outs. And the question is, should we bring in a reliever at this point? Hassler and Murray pitched in this game. Hassler and Murray pitched in this game. One's a lefty and one's a righty. Oh, okay. Do we make the move now, or should we hold on and let him go one more? He is not, well, he potentially could be due up next inning, and we could pinch hit for him. He's got a wheelhouse at 3. And let's see here. Murray's got a wheelhouse at 12. Okay. So we're going to bring in Dale Murray. And Murray will just bat. Oh. So Murray, we're going to have to put him in there. Offense 9. Okay. First and second. Tying run is at the plate in Dale Murphy. We brought in Dale Murray, the Battle of the Dales. There's 2 outs. It's the bottom of the 5th. It's a 5-2 Met lead. The tying run is at the plate in the power hitting Dale Murray, who in close to 400 at bats hit 21 home runs. So he proportionally would have hit 30-ish on the season had he played the whole season. All right, so we want to avoid a 12 or a 9 because that's where you get the ballpark in the wheelhouse. Against a righty, it'd be a 1 to 44 home run. So you don't want to give up a game-tying home run here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Here's the pitch from Murray. That's a 7, tough. That's what we wanted. Tough 54 is a strikeout. And Murray comes in, Dale comes in and strikes out Dale. And that retires the side. We go to Jose Cardinal. He'll be facing a new pitcher, Adrian Devine. All right, so here's the pitch from Devine. It's going to be a 4, wheelhouse 0-2, and that's a deep drive to left field. Back goes Bunnell to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Huge home run, puts the Mets up 6-2 now. Insurance, the Mets always need that insurance. Jose Cardinal gets a hold of one. First pitch from Adrian Devine and puts it into the left field seats. 6-2 Mets on the home run by Jose Cardinal, who was with the Mets for just a cup of coffee here in 1979. Stops by for 37 at bats, and then he's gone. All right, tough 07. That's a strikeout. Youngblood. Down swinging for the fences. It looked like Doug Flynn. Ballpark 14. A righty. That's going to be a wheelhouse roll. Doug Flynn, 1-6 is a home run. Roll 72. 72, and that's a fly ball right field. I'm sorry, center field. Office is there. Makes the catch, 2 away. And it's going to be Dale Murray. Now, Murray is a 1, pitcher hitting card number 1. I'm going to let him bat. Pitch from Devine. 7 is tough, 52. It's a strikeout. So Devine, after giving up the home run, strikes out 2 Mets. And that retires the side. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's 6-2 Mets. It's going to be Dale Murray versus Joe Nolan, the left-handed hitting catcher. Here's the pitch. It's an 8 in play, 86. It's going to be a ground ball, second base. Flynn to his left. Flips to Kranepool, 1 away. Barry Bonnell, who's over 2. And that's going to be a walk. Ball 4. So Bonnell is on with a walk. Pepe Frias, patient 26, and that's going to be a long single into the gap in center field. Runner on first advances 1 base. First and second now. And now we got to go again to pinch hitters. Mike Lum pinch hit last time up, and we're going to check here. Another pitcher was McLaughlin. Joey McLaughlin and Bo McLaughlin both come in here. Bruce Benedict and Larry Bradford. So you got a lot of guys to choose from. All right, Bruce Benedict. Let's see if we have him. Bo McLaughlin pitches in this game. Joey McLaughlin, Bradford pitches in this game. Now we're looking for a pinch hitter. Bruce Benedict pinch hits, so he's going to come in and pinch hit. So the pitcher was here. Adrian Devine was supposed to bat here. And for Devine, we're going to bring in Bruce Benedict. Okay, here's the pitch from Murray to Bruce Benedict. It's a 9. Ballpark, 75. That puts us in the wheelhouse range. We're going to have a wheelhouse roll. And that's going to be a 55. And that's going to be an out. 55 is going to be a fly ball right field. Now I can advance on second base, but will not do that because of Jose Cardinal has a decent arm. Although Barry Bonnell may have decent speed. Where's Bonnell? Let's see. Bonnell has a speed of 7. Yeah, but we're not doing that. 4 runs down. There's no reason for that right now. All right, Jerry Royster. There's 2 outs, runners on first and second, and Jerry Royster, the batter. Royster is 2 for 3 for the day. He's singled twice. That's 8 in play, 49. In play, 49. That's a ground ball, third base. Goes the short way, 5-4, and that retires the side. So the Braves leave 2, and after 6 complete, it's 6-2 Mets. New pitcher here. It's going to be Joey McLaughlin. Joey, there's two brothers on here, Joey McLaughlin and Bo McLaughlin. Do I have Joey McLaughlin in here? I know I have Bo McLaughlin written in there. Okay, we're going to add Joey McLaughlin. This is how quickly it is to add a player. Joey McLaughlin. And Joey McLaughlin is a right-handed pitcher. Okay, he's going to be facing Frankie Taveras. Why is Doc Ellis up there? Oh, that's okay. I got it. All right. Here's the pitch to Frank Taveras from Joey McLaughlin. McLaughlin was 5-3 with a 2.48 ERA in 69 innings. That's a 5. That's patient. Say a patient 61. That's going to be a fly ball, shallow right. In comes Matthews, makes the catch, one away. Alex Trevino, 0 for 3 on the day. Patient 56. It's a fly ball again, shallow right field. Back goes first baseman Murphy. In comes Matthews. Matthews calls him off, makes the catch, 2 away. And Mazzilli batting from the left side. In play 50. And that's a pop-up to the left side this time. Right there is the shortstop. Frias makes the catch, and that retires the side. Gonna undo real quick. Yep, redo. All right, just double checking something. All right, Gary Matthews leading it off against Dale Murray here in the top of the bottom of the 7th. After 6.5, it's 6-2 Mets. It's the pitch from Murray. In play 49. In play 49. And that's a ground ball to Hebner. Hebner fires the first, gets Matthews. Roland Office. He's 0 for 3. That's 9. Ballpark 56. He bats lefty. So it's going to be wheelhouse roll against a righty. It's 19. That's going to be line drive base hit. So Office is on with a single. Bob Horner now. 9. Ballpark 88. And a righty, that's going to fall into the wheelhouse. Wheelhouse is 1 to 55. So there's potential for a 6-4 ball game here. That's a deep drive to left field. Back goes Youngblood to the wall, to the track. It's out of here. And the score is 6-4 now. 6-4. Mets are up. Big home run by Bob Horner, rookie. I believe it was his rookie season, 22 years old. Hit 33 home runs, 11 against lefties, 22 against righties. And it's a 6-4 ball game now here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Dale Murphy. Pitch from Dale Murray. That's patient 56. Patient 56. And that's, right outside of hit by pitch range. That's going to be a fly ball, deep right field. Back goes Cardinal. Makes the catch. And that's 2 outs. Nolan's 1 for 3. 11 defense, a 36. Defense is a 4, 36. That's outside of range. That's a comebacker. Dale Murray picks it up, throws it to first baseman covering, and that retires the side. But not before the Braves pick up 2 huge runs, and they inch closer to the Mets here. 6-4 Mets, leading it in the top of the 8th inning. Joey McLaughlin, and he's batting 9th. Got to put that in. We didn't put that in. There we go. Richie Hebner leading it off. Hebner's 2 for 3. That's a wheelhouse. Wheelhouse 69. Wheelhouse 69. That's out of range. Ground ball, shortstop. Frias fires the first. 1 away. Ed Kranepool, 2 for 3 on the day. That's patient 94. Fly ball lifted to right. Gary Matthews. He's under it. 2 down. And Jose Cardinal. In play, 25. And that's going to be a out. Popped up. Nolan throws his mask away. Makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for the Mets. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-4 Mets. Barry Bonnell leading it off against Dale Murray. Oh, that's foul back. 7 tough, 37. A tough 37 is a strikeout. Bonnell down swinging. I thought the Bonnell played with the Mets at one point. Pepe Frias now. That's 5 in play, 76. That's a fly ball center field. Mazzilli running in. See if he gets there. He does. 2 out. And we need another pinch hitter. Need another pinch hitter. This guy Wessinger. You know what? I bought all the extra. I gotta show you guys this. This will save my life right here. Where is it? Okay, here's the box. I haven't opened it yet. But I bought the extra players, the fringe players that Joe was able to kind of send out to the printer so we would get the same identical card quality. And you can get these as well. So you can get every down to the last guy with 1 at bat in this amazing quality card. And I bought those, and I've had them in the box for a couple of weeks. And now I'm going to pull them out so I can have this one guy that played in this game. His name is what's his name? Wessinger. Wessinger probably had, 8 at bats that season. But Joe has those guys. And let me see, I got a box here. I'm going to pull it out. $79. Here it is. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. $79. Here's the pack. So, let me not damage these cards. Alright, so we're going to find this guy Wessinger. And that may not be easy simply because you don't always, it doesn't come organized by team. So it's fun to kind of, but that'll solve my pinch hitter problem because he pinch hits in this game. That way I don't have to go looking at other games because he'll probably be the last pinch hitter of the game. All right, there we go. Let's break this up into 2 piles. We're looking for a guy named Wessinger. See, they all come in all over the place. So, let's find Wessinger. Let's say blank. Now, these are just guys these are called the fringe players. And you can get this for any season that you want. That's how great he is. So we're looking for a guy named Wessinger so he can pinch hit. I could print him out, but I don't want to go through all that. You can obviously, you saw the trauma that I just went through printing out the rules. Printed out 13 pages when I really only needed 1, so I wasted a ton of ink, which is expensive, and I wasted paper, which is expensive. So just giving more money to the corporations and less money in my pocket to eat. Okay, we're looking for a guy named Wessinger. So he hasn't been in that. He hasn't been there yet. I haven't seen him there yet. All right. Easier to handle if I put him down. Heat. Gullickson. Probably the last guy in the set. I haven't seen Sergio Ferrer either. That's the one guy in the Mets that I need. Probably past him. There he is, Jim Wessinger. See that? Atlanta. So he's going to pinch hit. I love you, Joe. You're the best, brother. You are the best. Sergio Ferrer, that's my boy in the Mets. He actually plays in this game, too. Those are like the 2 guys I needed, so I ordered this whole set just for that. But it's great. It's great to be able to do that. And now I have tremendous card quality for even my fringe players. So this is a great set now. All right, so where are we here? Jim Wessinger. going to pinch hit for Joey McLaughlin. And we're going to have to write him in because we obviously haven't even had him this season. I played Atlanta a few times already. Jim Wessinger. All right, Wessinger never faced a lefty. He only faced righties. He has patient numbers, walks, and he had 7 at-bats in 10 games. Happens to get 1 here. In this game, one plate appearance. He walks in this game. All right. So Jim Wessinger is gonna pinch hit. It's Dale Murray versus Jim Wessinger. That's a 7. A tough 58. Tough 58's a strikeout. And that retires the side. New pitcher is going to be Bo McLaughlin. Bo McLaughlin is here. There he is. All right. So Bo McLaughlin's in there against Youngblood. He'll be batting. He'll never get the bat, but just write him in anyway. There you go. All right. So we'll go to the top of the 9th inning. It's 6-4 Mets. Bo McLaughlin on the mound. Now McLaughlin was 1-1 with a 4.89 ERA. He pitches in this game as well. Jay Youngblood. Jay Youngblood's 0 for 2. That's patient 95. And that's a fly ball, shallow left. Bonnell running in, makes the grab. Dougie Flynn, tough 83. And that's a ground that is short. Pepe Frias on the run, scoops it, fires, 2 down. And now it's the pitcher. Going to get a pinch hitter. Going to bring in Sergio Ferrer as a pinch hitter. Actually, he played in 32 games. He had 7 at-bats. He plays in this game. I don't know that he pinch hits, so I may not pinch hit. Let me look for somebody that actually pinch hits in this game. Dan Norman pinch hits. Ferrer plays at second base, takes over for Flynn. But I'm going to bring in, who did I just say? Norman. Dan Norman is going to pinch hit in this game. Danny Norman for the pitcher. And then we're going to get a new pitcher. Okay. Dan Norman's going to pinch hit. All right, here's Bo McLaughlin to Dan Norman. It's a 5. In play 80. In play 80, and that's going to be a ground that is short. Pepe Frias throws over to first, and that retires the side. So now we're going to need it's going to be Andy Hassler. Let's see who's due up. Let's take a quick look and see who's due up. Jerry Royster. So there's 2 righties and a lefty. So Murray's out. 2 righties and a lefty. We're going to bring in, not going to bring in a lefty. But even though they didn't really care too much back then, all that much. And so we will bring in Hassler. He's the one who pitched. He has a pretty decent ERA. So we're going to bring in Andy Hassler. Let's bring in Andy Hassler right there against Jerry Royster. Here's the pitch from Hassler. It's the bottom of the 9th inning. The Mets are up 6-4. Let's see if they can hold on. They usually don't hold on. Patient 40, and that's going to be a double. Oh, versus a lefty. Patient 40 is going to be a walk. So Royster manages a base on balls, and next is Gary Matthews. Here's the pitch from Andy Hassler. Hassler was 4-5 with a 3.70 ERA. That's a 6. That's patient. A patient 47, and that's going to be a line drive into center field. The runner advances 1 base, first and second now. Now the tying runs are on, and it's Roland Office. He's a B bunter, so he's going to bunt. And this is how you use the fast action cards for a bunt. He's a B bunter. So you pull a card, it says sacrifice hit to the catcher. So it's going to be 2-4, sacrifice bunt, 2-4. And let me show you that one more time. You look where it says sacrifice bunt, and he's a B bunter, so that's a sacrifice hit. It says catcher, 2-4. I just made 4. Could be 3, but. So both runners advance. So now there's one out, and it's Bob Horner. Now we can pitch to Horner. He batted .266 versus lefties, .334 versus righties. We could pitch to Horner or put on the go-ahead run, which I definitely don't want to do, because then we'd face Dale Murphy, who batted .360 versus lefties. So let's do Bob Horner. Let's see what happens here. Infield's playing deep, and the corners are guarding against the extra base hit at this point. And the outfield is in regular depth, not worried too much. Just want to basically avoid any doubles. You don't want the winning run to get to second base. Here's the pitch to Bob Horner from Andy Hassler. One out, runners on second and third. Tying run is at second base, and Gary Matthews, who has good speed. Now let's look at his or base running ability. He's a 6. So he'll score. Here's the pitch. Snake Eyes is wheelhouse. That's what we didn't want. And that's a deep drive. A deep drive to left field. Back goes Youngblood to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Game-winning 3-run home run by Bob Horner to beat the 79 Mets. The worst of the worst, the 2 worst teams. The Mets at one time were up 5-0. And slowly but surely, the Braves scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th, 2 in the bottom of the 7th, and 3 here in the bottom of the 9th inning to win the ball game on a Bob Horner, his second home run of the game. A 3-run shot into the left field seats here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. And what a ball game, folks. What a ball game. But the Mets, once again, disappoint. Big time disappointment. The win is going to go to Bo McLaughlin. The loss is going to go to Andy Hassler. And the Mets fall to 39-77 in our replay. And you can see why. I told you they wouldn't be able to. They can't hold on to a lead. And that's the ball game. This is a 3-game set, so we have 2 more games, and I hope you enjoyed it. And this is Combat Painter. I went through a lot of adventures in this game. It was a pretty long broadcast, but I hope you enjoyed it and were entertained. Take care, guys. Keep rolling out there. Be good.